Steven Del Duca joins me now. He's the Ontario Liberal leader. Steven, good morning. Glad you could be with us. So we've heard from Christine Elliott about this report. How do you respond?
So I think you're 100% right. It was a scathing report from Ontario's Auditor General. It was a complete indictment of Doug Ford's incompetence in terms of completely dropping the ball with respect to Ontario's COVID response. And it's really tragic. The results of the way that Doug Ford has mishandled this pandemic, in particular the second wave of the pandemic, are absolutely tragic for the people of Ontario. It's been incompetent. It's been completely unacceptable. Doug Ford owes the people of Ontario an apology, and he needs to start listening to public health leaders right now.
Give us some examples of what you see as incompetency.
Well, in terms of the fact that we have not been testing enough all the way through, the confusion, the fact that the centralized command table has more political staff on it than it has doctors. As I said to someone earlier today, it seems that Doug Ford's more focused on listening to spin doctors than he is to actual real doctors. This is a public health crisis. We have known that Doug Ford's confusing, inconsistent, incoherent message, in particular during the second wave, has been brutal. It's got people suffering from pandemic fatigue. We have nearly 3,600 Ontarians who have died as a result of COVID. This is just tragic and heartbreaking to those grieving families, and it's not good enough.
What would you have done differently?
Well, look, on day one, from the very beginning of a public health crisis, if I was premier, my pledge to the people of the province before anything else would be to listen to public health experts, not listen to lobbyists, not listen to friends, not focus on all kinds of other distractions or go on a premature victory lap at taxpayers' expense during the summer when the numbers came down. I would be working night and day with public health leaders to make sure the message was clear, people understood the rationale, and that we fought through this and were successful together.
Would you keep Dr. Williams?
Now, look, this is not about Dr. Williams, and I've been saying this throughout the pandemic, and I think today's report makes clear that Doug Ford picks and chooses who he wants to listen to, but he is where the buck stops. The Premier of Ontario is the ultimate decision maker, and Doug Ford has failed all of us.
Steven Del Duca, we'll leave it there for today. Steven is the Ontario Liberal leader. Thank you so much.
Thank you.